Hi all, this is Dr. Arpana Chaturvedi from the Department of Information Technology. The subject which I am taking is Artificial Intelligence, and in this we will be looking at knowledge representation. In last class we talked about knowledge based agent and how it works, what is required to make a knowledge based agent work. We have already seen these all things in last class. Today we will talk about knowledge representation and its importance. In this, you should be very much clear about this thing that knowledge representation is basically a technique in AI which describes a representation of knowledge. You are having facts with you are having some information with you, how you will be going to represent that. This we are going to learn in this class. It is basically the study of how the beliefs or intentions or judgments of an intelligent agent can be expressed in such a way that it automatically going to reach to the conclusion by reasoning by automatically with the knowledge base which is already being represented by knowledge representation techniques in a AI based system. One of the primary purpose of knowledge representation includes modeling an intelligent agent, modeling an intelligent behavior for an agent, that how that intelligent agent, which is basically a machine, will be acting in the similar way as a human being works at a particular period of time in a particular situation by perceiving a particular input from the environment. So the knowledge representation and reasoning represent information from the real world for a computer to understand and then utilize that stored knowledge to solve complex real life problems like communicating with human beings in natural language. As you are seeing Siri and all, Cortana, how they are understanding when we are giving some commands to them, they are understanding our natural language and then accordingly they are acting. How? Because we have, they have, this is the person who has made that particular agent has put or stored a appropriate domain specific knowledge in the system, represented that knowledge in a appropriate way. So the knowledge representation in AI is not just about storing the data in the database. It is also a way that how the machine will be keep on learning from its experience and keep on updating the knowledge base and going to predicting on concluding the appropriate or intelligent output as the human being too. So this is also a very important part, that how the machine or intelligent machine will be going to behave. So for this, we should very well aware of that what all things are to be represented. So these are the various components, or you can say various aspects which are to be taken care of. One is object. Object means all the facts about the object, about the domain I am talking about. If I am talking about like music related some domain, then we should very well aware of that guitars. If I am talking about guitar, guitar contains strings. Trumpets are brass instrument. If I am talking about student, student of which class, which age, which domain, is a primary student or a high school student or a higher secondary student or a college going student. So I should be very well aware of the domain, facts about the domain I am for which making or building a intelligent system. Then events are the actions which are going to take place. So how the events will be going to get triggered. Then performance. Is the performance describes the behavior which involves knowledge about how to do things, how it will be going to performing, how it will be going to behaving, whether the performance will be going to effective or not. So how it will be going to do the things, how it will be going to act, how it will be going to behave. Then meta knowledge is the knowledge about knowledge, the knowledge which you have given to the system is having itself its own knowledge or not, own information which is data, with the data which is stored over there is having their own knowledge or not. Facts which are logical, which are either true or false. So facts are truths about the domain, about the real world, and it tells what is to be represented. The knowledge base is the central component of the knowledge base agent, and it is also known as knowledge base, represented as KB, and the knowledge base is a group of sentences, group of facts which are stored over there. Sentences are used as a technical term. They are not literally identical to the English language, but we are just using the help of those English-like sentences which are stored in our own brain, and which we have perceived from the environment, or which we have learned from the books, or which we have learned from my experience. Fine. Those all kind of information, how those information can be going to get stored in the knowledge base. Ram is a boy is a sentence, how it is be going to stored in the knowledge base. So the knowledge is awareness or familiarity which is gained by the experiences of facts or data or the situations. This is a diagram. Here this is how the mapping between facts and representation can be done. These are the initial facts which are to be internally represented using knowledge representation techniques, and those should be capable enough to reason the program, why, how, what will be the implications, and these internal generations will be going to generate English like representation only, which will be in the fact form, sentence form only, which will be either true or false. This English representation, after understanding again, will be going to return the result which will be going to given to the outside world as an output. But basically what we are learning over here, whatever the facts are over there, those facts are to be represented internally, fine, and then to be capable enough to reason themselves using some program written by you. Those are basically whenever going to interpret it to give a particular conclusion. Again, those will be generating English like sentences only. Those will be English representation to understand the facts properly, to understand the problems properly, and will again going to represent it internally using knowledge representation technique only, and to the outside world they will be going to conclude, or they will be going to give the conclusion, or they will be deducting to the some output in the form of fact only. So this is the mapping between facts and representation. Further on, we'll see that what is the framework of knowledge representation. So kindly look over here properly. There is a problem for which we are looking for the solution. Right? There is a problem which is coming from the outside world, and our main objective is to get the solution. But this problem is basically represented over here in the knowledge based system using knowledge representation techniques. Fine. And whenever this problem is coming, I know broadly that the problem is going to get the solution from the system. But internally, this knowledge representation framework, what it do, it represent it in the form of different rules, following certain rules in the form of certain propositions and predicates, and following certain rules it will be going to compute like on the basis of the problem which is given to the system. It will be going to computing, deducing, or concluding some result, some output, and that output is basically formal. Right? This is a formal representation. This whole thing is formal representation because here machine is working, computer is working. In computer we perform all formal representation which is following knowledge representation technique. But when we talk about informally, we know this thing that this is a machine. To this Siri or Cortana, I'll give a order. Whatever I say, play the song, play the birthday song, it will listen to me and give the output. We only know this thing, but at the background, in the formal representation using knowledge representation techniques, all facts are being represented, which are going to get computed using certain rules, knowledge representation rule, deduction rules, and going to conclude to the particular output, which will be looking as a solution. So that's why it is written over here. Knowledge requires a well-defined problem description. It should be well-defined. It should follow the rule. It should be complete. It should be valid. It should not be invalid. Fine. It should be acceptable to give the required solution. And to collect fragment of knowledge, we need to first of all formulate a description in our spoken language. That's why we say sentence in our spoken language that can be represented into formal language. This is a spoken language. It has to be represented. It is in the sentence, English sentence form. But technically it is not an English sentence. It has to be represented in the formal language so that my computer can understand this. Basically, who will be working? I'll not be working. My computer will be working. Computer should be capable enough to understand what problem is, what is the requirement, how the solution is to be given, from where the solution is to be given, whether appropriate facts are lying in the database or not, in the knowledge base or not, how the algorithm is to be implemented to reach to a particular conclusion. So these all things are to be done in the formal section, and this is a framework of a knowledge. Now we see, I hope you understand this. This is how it happens. Representation of facts. Initial facts, and they are going to give the final facts. But here, these initial facts, when represented in the database internally using knowledge representation rules and techniques, we say that we are mapping forward. The forward representation, forward mapping, that initial facts which are like in an English like language are to be represented into initial fact using knowledge representation technique, and this is known as forward representation. These internally represented facts are internally in a formal solution, in a formal, this is informal. So in a formal solution, these are to be operated to represent the final fact internally only using some algorithms, fine, and using some learnings, using some experiences, using some initial facts, it will be going to reach to the final facts, and again this final fact will be going to represented into informal language only, and this kind of mapping or representation is known as backward representation. So this is forward representation from the outside world to the internal system, and from the system to the outside world on the video. When we represent the output, it is basically a backward representation. So this is how the representations of facts are to be seen or understand well. Because once you understand well, then only you will be able to design a system. Now we look at different types of knowledges. So different types of knowledge which are required to represent the system are declarative knowledge. This is declarative knowledge wherein all objects and facts are to be declared. Then structural knowledge where relationship between those objects are to be made. Procedural knowledge where rules are main main objective to be emphasized. Meta knowledge is all knowledge about knowledge, and heuristic is rule of thumb, because without heuristic, without information, without guidance, we cannot reach to the appropriate conclusion. So these are the different types of knowledge which will be seen in further slides one by one. First is declarative knowledge. Declarative knowledge is based on facts and objects. It provides all necessary information about the problem in terms of simple statements, simple logical statements which are either true or false. Facts are either true or false. So declarative knowledge is to know something, that what are the facts, what are the objects, whether they are true or false. It is also called as descriptive knowledge, which are expressed in the form of declarative sentences. It is just representation of the facts and objects in a simpler logical statements. It is not, it is more simpler than the procedural language, which is based on rules, functions. Now we see, this is declarative, where we are declaring everything. Then comes procedural knowledge, which derives the information on the basis of rules, strategies, agenda. What is the rule which will be working behind? What are the strategies which will be working behind to give an appropriate solution? It describes how the problem is to be solved. How? Fine. That is, declarative is what are the facts, how the problem can be solved, what are the rules which will be working behind, what are the procedures which will be working behind, what are the different steps which will be using to perform some operations. So it is also known as imperative knowledge. In this, it can be directly applied to any problem, any task given as an input. It includes all the rules, strategies, procedures or agendas. It depends on the task on which it can be applied. What is the input on which these all rules are to be applied? What is the problem on which the solution is to be given? Accordingly, it works. Right? Like our programs, the set of rules or set of procedures which we write to give a particular solution. Then heuristic knowledge is basically, we say that it is rule of thumb. It represents some expert knowledge, some rules, some guidance that are to be followed to reach to the solutions which are certain, which helps to design a strategy to reach to the solution in a less time, and the solution should be appropriate, effective, because we are using some rule of thumb over there. Heuristic work with us as a guide. It represents the knowledge of some experts. Some expert knowledge is over there which will definitely be helping us to give the appropriate solution. So that's why we say that heuristic knowledge is a rule of thumb based on previous experience, based on awareness of approaches which are good to work, but they are not like this कि they always guarantee that the result is the best result. Never like guarantee, but it help you to reach to the destination. Meta knowledge basically defines the information about the knowledge only. This type gives an idea about other types of knowledge that are suitable for solving problems. Meta knowledge is information about information, knowledge about knowledge only. It helps in enhancing the efficiency of problem solving through proper reasoning process. Because you can further on, you can ask what is this all data about. Then structural knowledge is associated with the information based on rules, sets, concepts and relationship. It provides the information necessary for developing the knowledge structure and overall mental model of the problem. It is a basic problem solving knowledge that describes relationship amongst the different objects, different concepts over there. Structural knowledge is basically a basic knowledge which helps us to solve a problem in a right way. It describes relationship between various concepts such as kind of, part of or grouping up something. It describes the relationship that exists between the concepts and the objects which are being used to solve that particular problem of a particular domain. And this is all about different types of knowledge which we'll be using to represent in a knowledge based system, so that my knowledge based agent can work in an appropriate way to solve the problem perceived from the environment and move further on in a right direction. Thank you.